Okay, so I'm going to show y'all how to properly wash off paintbrushes and other painting materials like a palette, a paint palette if you have one or if you ever use one. So basically what I've done so far is I've put some water on it. I'm going to use like your regular everyday dish soap, and I'm going to put a little bit in my hand. And I'm going to run the water. I'm going to get my paintbrush wet, a little wet, and I'm going to take it and I am going to swirl it in my hand. Kind of like as if I was painting my hand. This is kind of like the fun part of cleaning. I'm going to swirl it up until I see that it's starting to lather. But I can't, the last paint color I used was that sandy color, so it kind of looks like it's white, but to me it looks still kind of greenish, the suds. So I'm going to wash it out and kind of continue doing this process. So basically what you want to look for is white suds, for your suds to be white. And get it really in that paintbrush so that you clean out all the paint, because you don't want it to dry in there. That's how we get hard paintbrushes. The other thing is if you have any excess paint on your paint palette, you want to scrape that off into the trash can, because you don't want any of that going down your drain. All the stuff that's on here is already dry. And so I'm just bringing out my paintbrush and I'm running it under the water. It's kind of hard to show y'all. And the water is running clear, so that's a good sign. And I'm going to put it aside to dry. And this one, same thing. I'm going to take a little bit of soap. That might be too much for this little tiny paintbrush. And I'm just going to move it around. The whole point is so that you don't like squish it and like scrub it, because that's kind of how paintbrushes lose their shape, and you don't want that. So just kind of rub it around in your hand as if you're painting. You don't want to give your paintbrushes a bad hair day. So I'm rinsing that. I'm going to tap it on the side of my sink so that any excess water comes out. For a palette knife, or if you used a plastic knife, I'm just using the rest of that soap that I had on my hand, and I'm scrubbing this off. And I'm rinsing it. Now sometimes my palette is a little dirty from years of use, but if you want, you can scrape this, but you don't really want all of this to go down the drain either. So what I'll do is I'll have my little cup on the side. Let's turn this water off so y'all can see. So I'll scrape the excess paint. This gets a little messy. And I'll put it in my cup so that this doesn't go down the drain. And the reason why you don't want this going down the drain is because it's kind of turns, when it dries, it kind of turns to this plasticky material, and that could clog your drain. So the rest, I'm just cleaning this up with the rest of the soap that I have. And if you can tell, I don't think I will ever get this paint palette to turn back totally clean again. But now I'm just going to rinse it off. And hopefully dry, and then I'll dry all this off afterwards, but I'm gonna dump this into the trash can. I'm gonna take this, dump that in the trash can, and then my stuff is ready for its next use. All right, y'all have fun cleaning. Bye.